Well, hello, all my friends in YouTube land. I want to talk to you tonight about this new battery that I kind of did a teaser of this past weekend. I did an unboxing video about the new Wasabi Power Extended Battery, 2780 mAh battery that comes with a dual charger. Here is a dual charger, and I showed you some more of it, so I don't want to get too much into that. You can go watch and that other video to see the features and things. I promised I would come back and do some testing and tell you how it tested out. And I'm here to tell you, in my book, this is the ultimate GoPro battery I've ever seen. This thing is sweet. It's absolutely awesome. They sent me this one to test. I will be buying more of these. This is great. Okay, let me tell you what I did. And maybe I should start my Snagit here so I can show you this. So what you see here is a sequence of video that I recorded today at 1080p 60 frames per second, 1080p wide field of view. The battery is supposed to get about 3.5 hours of life, but here is this me. I just decided to let it run in 1080p 60. Here I am at my desk. You'll see me in a meeting. You'll see me here working, and I'm gonna go to the final edit point here. And you can see that that battery lasted at 1080p 60, 3 hours, 46 minutes, and 59 seconds. So 3 hours and 47 minutes. And I was moving around a good bit with it. It's 1080p 63.5 hours with that. Honestly, it was just about enough to fill up the card. Let me go ahead and tell you what we did. Here's what you'll see here again on the timeline. This is some 1080p 30 frames per second. Now, 30 frames per second, people, those of you who like to shoot it in 30 frames per second, you'll get a whole lot more time out of 30 frames per second. It's a lot less hard on the GoPro and on the battery to shoot at 30 frames per second. So a lot of us still shoot at 30. I would say 90% of what I shoot, I still shoot at 30. This video you're watching right now, my vlogging video, typically is 30 frames per second. You know, I want to shoot at 60 if I'm going to be slowing stuff down, action type stuff. But look here how long this battery ran at 30 frames per second. 5 hours, 1 minute, and 56 seconds. So 5 hours and 2 minutes this battery on the back of this GoPro ran. I'm going to show you the only downside I have to this battery. I did some demonstration of it in the other video. It's just this is not even a downside at all, honestly, for me. It's a little tricky getting it off. What you do, you just ease it out like this, and you have to just kind of ease it, and then it pops right out, and there you go. Then it comes out, and you same kind of thing. You go back in, and you have to kind of real easily angle it, and then it pops right on. But the problem I had with the only problem I have with this battery, I love the battery life. I love the performance is outstanding. I'm gonna say it's the ultimate GoPro battery. Except I like to put my GoPros in this kind of thing. Now it does come, and I showed you in the video, it comes with its own back door. 2 of them that they give to you in there, along with the charger, which is a great charger, and a cord that comes with it for charging via USB. But I like to put mine in these frames, and so far they don't have a frame made for this. And this battery is just a fraction of an inch. I mean, I'm talking about maybe 1.5 millimeters thicker than the back doors, the back door things that go on the GoPro. In other words, like the little the battery that GoPro makes, it's a little bit thicker than that. It's a little bit thicker than the little screen that goes on the back. So what did I do? Well, I just took it's not really pretty what I did, but I took one that I had, one of the wider ones of the frame, and I took a file, just like you would file metal with, and I filed these little edges off because there were little lips on these that kind of hung out. And you couldn't really close this thing good around your GoPro because it was just too thick. So now though, it works really good. I just frazzled off that little edge that was here and here on the sides. And so now, if I stick it in here, you'll see. I'll show you how nicely it fits. If I can make myself do this, I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I'm all thumbs tonight, folks. My bad. But now, as you see, it fits in there just perfectly. It is a delightful fit there now. And so I'm going to be hanging this upside down from my windshield and everything else. Yeah, is it going to fall out the back? I think if you're screwed in, there's no way that's going to fall out, right? I mean, hey, it's just in there nice and snug. So this will work really well for one of the larger frames. You are, however, going to have to kind of whittle that little edge off of either side. It's not even on the top and bottom on the GoPro frame, but it is on the sides. And so I turned that on by mistake. I'll turn it off. Folks, it's fantastic. I shot like a 6-hour, almost 6-hour time lapse with it the other night. That was at 112 megapixel image every 2 seconds. And I moved it around a lot. Once again, you know, depending on what you're shooting at, your JPEGs will be larger or smaller, but almost 6 hours. I think it was 5 hours and 50 minutes is what I got for time lapse. So imagine if you want to do a really long time lapse, this battery is the best. I would say that if I buy another one of these, that's all the battery I'll need when I go out and do my long hikes and stuff. You know, I'll shoot at 30 frames per second. I'll be able to get 10 hours, and I have to naturally take another SD card with me. But folks, great. I'll put a link again in this. Please do go back and watch the unboxing video. I'll give you some more up close, better views of this little battery. Wasabi Power, outstanding. You can get them on Amazon.com for about 40 bucks. It's better than any 2.5 or 3 batteries that you'll get though for your GoPro Hero 3. Does it make it a little bit heavy? Not really so much. It's a very lightweight battery. It's still very lightweight. So you're not going to sacrifice a whole lot of weight or anything you GoPro. You'll just be able to know that when you go out and you need the juice, you got it. Peace, everyone. Send me any questions or comments you got. If you want to say there's maybe a different battery that beats it, I'd be glad to try it out. But this one right here super impresses me. Thanks to the folks at Wasabi. Blue Nook is the name of the parent company, for letting me try this battery out. You've made a believer out of me. Thanks, folks.